Okay, let's do this. Oh, is my thing right? Okay, it is. Should be good. Hopefully this is recording. I just got myself a new little mic here. I got the Hollyland Lark M2. I don't know. It's a little mic. I have two little ones here and a little adapter that's attached to my camera, and now I should have some like very clear audio, so I could like move over here and still have the same audio, or move out of the screen, or move over here and have the same audio. I could move anywhere and have the same audio. What if I like run over here and I run out the door and then I close the door? Do I still have the same audio? Who knows? Anyway, so exciting. Sorry, I should probably introduce myself. Hi, I'm Zach, aka Crochet Me Itty, and I'm a crochet content creator here on the internet, coming to entertain you with all sorts of crochet-like things. Yay! Today's vlog, we're doing a bit of like a studio vlog or a work update vlog. I don't really know what to call these vlogs. I kind of like mix and match what I do on them, but essentially I just want to keep you guys updated on the behind the scenes of what it's like being a full-time crochet artist and all the things I get up to with trying to maintain that kind of job. I got a lot of ideas from Blondie Knots here on YouTube on how to actually structure these kinds of videos, because I'm currently obsessed with all her videos. I don't know why I'm so late to actually watching them all. She's been appearing on my thumbnails for so long, and only now am I going back and going through all her studio vlogs. I'm just like so obsessed with everything she's up to. It's just like, I don't know, I love these crochet vlogs. I love crochet vloggers. I love people coming in to talk about their projects, tell us what they're up to, the way they approach their project, everything like that. Like, everyone is so diverse with how they do it all, and it's just really nice to see, and I'm very grateful to be here. So without any further ado, let me tell you what I've got going on or planned out for this vlog. Next Tuesday, I'm actually flying out on a vacation to the US to go do some secret things, which you will see in the content probably maybe before this vlog is uploaded, maybe afterwards, I don't know. I'm actually needing to prepare a few things before I actually fly out, and so I've got this like to-do list here of the things that I need to get done before I go. I've got content that I need to prepare and post in anticipation for when I leave and have all scheduled and things like that, because I am a professional and I schedule my content sometimes. I also want to make a couple of gifts to some friends who I'm seeing over in the US, and I also want to plan out my travel project. Plus I want to update you with some of the projects that I've been working on prior to heading out, and that I was talking about in my last vlog video where I was working on a bunch of patterns. There's a bit to get through, and I think we're just gonna have some fun doing it. So I'm gonna run through all the projects that I've got going on right now, or just update you from where we last left off in the last vlog, because it's probably been about like maybe 5 or 6 days since I last filmed there, and I've finished a few things. So in the last one, I was talking about the release of my little Griffin Buddy pattern, and I said I was working on a little dark version of the Griffin Buddy. Here it is. Isn't it cute? I went for like kind of like a dark gray and mixed with grays, and this kind of like very muted, what color would you call it? I want to say it's gold. It's kind of like a beige color, like a light beige. But this is the little cutie hair with his little angry eyebrows and everything. Used Honey Bunny Shine for the body, so there's actually like a little bit of a sparkle going on in there, if you can see that. But that yarn is, I'm not too sure what the better term to say is, but it's like this yarn sucks to work with. Like, it looks really pretty, but the thing is that it's so fragile and it'll crumble if you need to undo anything. Like, trying to sew the arms on with that plush yarn is just a nightmare, but it looks so cool. So I'm very happy with how the body turned out. I just didn't have any other darker grays. The head and the nose and stuff, I think they were parfait chunky. I do have like a lot of unlabeled yarns in my cupboard just over there, so I'm never actually too sure what I'm working with, but for a lot of my projects I just interchange Honey Bunny, like Honey Bunny from Hobie, and Parfait Chunky from Premiere Yarns, and that's just kind of my go-tos at the moment until there's more options available in Australia. Just keep an eye out for that. But yes, I'm very happy with how it turned out. Very, very cute. Now this is like the little evil sibling to the other little Griffin Buddy. You see it? You see it? We've got good and we've got evil. They're just cute. I love them. Anyway, so I've done the little evil Griffin Buddy, dark Griffin Buddy. Not too sure. I need to create some content around that, post a photo, maybe a video or something, but I've just got so much other content to run through, and I'll get to that shortly. By the time the video comes out, this video here, or on Monday, I've actually got the pattern release for my itty bitty veggies. Let me just run through them all. I've got the itty bitty eggplant. Focus. Focus. There we go. We got the itty bitty eggplant, the itty bitty turnip, itty bitty carrot, itty bitty baby corn. We have the itty bitty chili, which is the one that's like a little bit angry. And then we have the cutest one, which is the itty bitty pickle, if it focuses on it. There we are, cutie pie. I mean, you can argue which is the cutest because all of them are just really, really cute. But yes, that pattern should be out by the time this vlog is out, so yay! But I still need to prepare a few videos and things around that, so I'm gonna be working on that this week. I need to do one which is gonna be asking my followers to name the vegetables. By the time this video has come out, hopefully they've all been named, but that's just something I like to do with all my itty bitty patterns, is I just like to bring in the audience and make it more of like a community collaborative kind of pattern thing. I think it's fun to do, so I'm gonna keep doing it with my itty bitty patterns. Apart from that, I've also got my mermaid pattern, which will be coming out that same day because I'm a little bit wild and I decided to do a double pattern release. These two beauties will be out and available. Well, I mean, I'm not selling these, but like the pattern for these will be out and available on Monday. And then I say on Monday, on Tuesday is the 10th. Sorry, on Tuesday is when they'll all be available, which is also the day that I fly out, which is why I'm doing all this kind of content prior to actually leaving and having it all scheduled to post and everything like that. So there's that. But in the lead up to actually doing the Little Mermaid release, not associated with Disney, is I wanted to make like a little golden mermaid too. So I've actually started on the tail of a little golden mermaid here, which is looking pretty cute right now. I'm really in love with what this gold is. I believe this is a parfait chunky. I'm not too sure, but it's a pretty lovely gold. And I wanted to match that with like a kind of like a tan skin tone. Very, very golden vibes. I was thinking of giving the hair maybe like a dark green, otherwise maybe like a white, and then using some of those sinker eyes again and using a green sparkly eye as the backing. So I'm thinking it's gonna turn out pretty cute, but that's just something that I'm working on in the background. I'm not pressuring myself to finish that because all the other things are a little bit more important, but that's something I'm working on. So very, very cute. Another thing that I was talking about in the previous vlog was doing a collaboration with Club Crochet for their upcoming board game, crochet board game, Lava Run, the board game. So this is a board game where I haven't actually played it myself yet, and I need to do a little unboxing video with it. It's just all out in the lounge. That's something I'm gonna be working on over the next 2 days. But in that collaboration, Louis from Club Crochet asked me if I wanted to design a little dinosaur to go alongside the actual release of the board game, along with his new pack of crochet patterns, the Land Before Twine pack. So he's got a bunch of designs, but as an alternative and collaborating with other pattern designers out there, you can actually make one of my patterns, otherwise one of Drewby Zoo's patterns, one of Sir Pearl Crochet's patterns, or one of Curious Papay's patterns using the same yarn and materials from the Land Before Twine crochet pack box. It'll make a lot more sense once I've actually like started posting videos about it and whatnot. But yes, as I was saying, I designed a pattern in collaboration with that release of the Land Before Twine crochet kit, as well as the Lava Run crochet board game release. So the actual board game release is on the 10th as well, once again, which is why I'm preparing content for that. But my pattern here, the Itty Bitty Ammonite, is meant to be releasing. I mean, I said in my last vlog that I was going to be trying to get this pattern tested over these few days in anticipation for the release of the board game. But talking to Louis about it, I can actually hold this off until the end of September when I'm back from my trip. So this is being held back just a little bit, but we are working together on getting that pattern tested amongst ourselves. Just for now, I will do another further testing out to the public and you will all see that. But I also trialed one in his cotton yarn and it just looks very cute as well. So this little itty bitty ammonite will be coming to you guys very, very soon, and you will all hear about it if you're following me over on Instagram at crochet.me.zaddy. That's all the projects and things that I have been working on the past few days and I am continuously working on, and hopefully we'll have a finished mermaid and a released double pattern release on the 10th when I'm also leaving to the US. Why did I do that to myself? I don't know. But yes, that's everything that I'm currently working on. Before I get to the US, I also wanted to plan out a few projects or get another few projects done as like gifts for friends, as well as plan out a project that I want to bring on the trip with me. One thing that I was thinking about was actually bringing along my knitting project for like something to do on the plane, but just like feel like last time when I went traveling, I brought along all this yarn, this like beautiful yarn from Arcane Fiberworks, and it filled up too much of my suitcase and it was quite heavy, like lugging it around. And so I was thinking, I don't really want to be lugging around the yarn for a full-on sweater, like while I'm trying to travel around on my vacation. So I was like, maybe I'll avoid my knit vest for now that I'm working on and just like park that for when I come back. And that is like a whip that I will finish. It's not me being like, I'm done with this whip. I'm gonna put it in the maybe I will finish pile, maybe I won't. I am actually going to finish that. I still really love that project and I'm excited to finish it. But one thing I wanted to work on was a nice like summary project. Summary project. So I've got some yarn from my friend Mel from Patti and Banjo's Place, is her little yarn store here in Australia. I purchased some of her cotton yarn. It's a acrylic and cotton mix. It's called Banjo's Blend, which is named after cats of people in the community, which I think is just like a fun branding thing. And I got the colorway Sandstorm, which is this kind of lovely like beiges, neutrals, grays, things like that. And I wanted to create something or plan out something that I could make while I'm on the plane, something easy, something lightweight, and just something to occupy myself when I have downtime while traveling. I started planning out the idea of doing like a crochet button up. And many moons ago, I did a collaboration with Hobie where I made this like bright rainbow shell stitch button up, and looking back at it, it's one of those projects where I'm like, this is a fantastic idea, this is gonna look so cool, and like it was really fun like constructing it all, but just like looking at the colors that I chose for it, I'm just a bit like, that is shocking. Like I feel like I should have just taken more consideration into actually making a wearable that I wanted to wear. And so when I was choosing these colors from Mel from Patti and Banjo's Place, which I'll have linked below, I was like, I think this would make a very cool wearable once it's all worked up. And so I started planning out this crochet shirt, this crochet button up, and I was like, well, what if I took that pattern and I kind of took like the construction idea and I changed the stitch to something else and did all the measurements that way. So I'm essentially just designing my own pattern just by using that other pattern's skeleton of how they planned out the shape of their shirt. So I don't know if that's really pattern copying, because I would love to actually sell this as my own pattern, and I don't know what like the limitations are when it comes to designing your own clothing pattern when you are using someone else's measurements for that. I think it would be fine because I'm literally just using the same like construction measurements, being like from here to the armpit and here to the shoulder and the neck holes, and I'm kind of like, that's a very general thing. So if I was to make my own pattern about it and like all the measurements and kind of design features are going to be very different, I guess it is my own shirt. Like I'm going to design the collar different. I'm going to design like the little, ridging different. So you know what? I think it's a different pattern. I'm thinking too much into this. Anyway, that's not the point. Sorry, I'm just going on a bit of a tangent. I started looking up these like different stitch types and I wanted to find one that would look really cool. And I just got so invested in this one particular stitch type, which the name fully escapes me right now, but I'll put it up here. And it looks really cool. And I started making these little swatches and I was like, oh my God, this is looking amazing. And I just got into the swing of things and I've already like started a good chunk of my holiday project. I was supposed to start this all on the plane and leave it all for the plane. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. It is this wonderful kind of like weaving style. What do you call it? Cable style, but done in crochet. So you see here, like look at this. Isn't this so cool? The way it all forms together, I think once it's like blocked out, I might actually be able to iron it. Maybe not if it's an acrylic blend, maybe if I'm careful, but if I block it out, look at that. Doesn't that look cool? So I'm planning to do this as a button-up shirt. So I've already got 3 rows done of this kind of stitch style, and this is how the colors are all working up. So it's like a fun little, it kind of reminds me of like a white chocolate mixed with milk chocolate and dark chocolate blend. So I'm really enjoying with how it's working out. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm just obsessed with what this stitch looks like. And I'm very excited to see what this all turns out to be once it's all put together. The only thing that's like concerning me is that at the moment, like the actual thing looks a little bit thick. Like, I don't know if you can see this well. I'm trying to show you, but like you see how it just kind of protrudes out from the edge because like it is technically like 2 different styles of stitches like laid on top of each other. I'm a little bit nervous that it's just gonna look like a bunch of like little lumps all over my body, but I think once it's actually blocked and stretched out and you can kind of see that really nice weaving in there, or cable style thing going on, I think it's gonna look really cool. So I'm gonna keep going with that and work on that as my travel project and kind of as my little fun like hobby side project in the evenings when I'm watching TV. So hopefully I don't finish it before I actually go on the trip. Otherwise I have got no ideas on what I'm gonna do over there. So who knows? I think that was everything. Oh yes, sorry. And I was also gonna talk about the gifts that I was gonna bring on the trip. Oh my God, I've got so much to talk about. It's almost been 20 minutes. The other thing I wanna do is I wanna make a few gifts for some friends. So I'm meeting up with one friend, Matthew, over in Austin, Texas, and he is like a educator at one of the large gardens, and I know he's really into his like Nintendo games and just things like that. We just kind of met on TikTok in the early days as like I describe it as gays who have hobbies. So I connected with him on there many moons ago, and I know he really loves the game Pikmin, and so I thought I would like start working on like a little Pikmin for him. So if people don't know what this is, I'm gonna put a little picture up here for you guys. But I've made like the little body, the head, the eyes, and now I just need to add like the nose, the arms, and the little leaf, and I think it's just gonna end up being like really cute. This is like such a quick little project, and I have been writing down the notes for a pattern, so if you guys are wanting to have the little pattern for a Pikmin, just let me know in the comments below, and I can probably add that up on my Patreon along with my other Nintendo patterns, because I am not going to risk the copyright. And yeah, I think it's really cute. Now I have another 2 friends that I am going to be seeing as well over in New York, and I've asked them, I was like, what do you want? Because they keep being like, bring us something crocheted, and I don't know if it's like friends and family when they're like, oh, you should make me something, which is like someone's first response when you mention that you crochet or knit. And I'm kind of like, are you actually gonna enjoy what I bring? Like, how much effort do I put into this? So I've been thinking about it. I'm wondering if I should just like give them one of my like little itty bitty kitties or itty bitty bunnies or something like that. Or maybe make them like little, I don't know, eggplant keychains, because they will probably think it's funny. I don't know. So I'm gonna be thinking about these gifts for like the next few days and hopefully make something over this weekend. By the way, it is Thursday, so we've got T-minus 4 days before I go, 5 days. So I'm gonna make some gifts for them. I have another friend, Michael, and his partner, Leben, and they are gonna be showing me around Texas a little bit as well. So I'm thinking I might get them a little Christmas ornament, because one of them has a whole Instagram dedicated to Christmas decorations. So I'm kind of like, maybe I'll do that. Or maybe, actually, I could gift them one of these. Is this a cute idea? This is my little Christmas tree pattern. This is the little Christmas tree buddy. So I designed this last Christmas, and honestly, I've got a few of these just kind of hanging around. Oh my God, I could give them one of these. That would be so cute. I'm gonna do that. That saves me so much time. Okay, one gift done. I'll do that. And then I think that's all that I want to do for gifts. I'm also seeing Crochet with Kelsey over there as well, who is a dear friend, pattern tester, crochet colleague. I don't really know what you call other creators here online. So I'm gonna be catching up with her in Dallas as well, and I'm very excited. Because we're both like amigurumi artists, it feels like a bit redundant to turn up and give her something that she could probably just make herself. Like, I don't know why I would do that, you know? Do you guys get what I mean when I do that? If Kelsey watches this, sorry, I did think about getting you a gift, but like, I also don't know what to get you, because you can just make everything I make. Also, you pattern test for me all the time, so it's kind of like, you know, yeah. People get what I mean, right? Right? Anyway, I think that's enough for me talking right now, because I need to go film some content. I've got a whole content plan here that I need to get through over the next 2 days. So I need to plan a video for the mermaid pattern for when it releases. I want to put something out there being like, mermaid, little mermaid buddy has now released. I need to do another one, which is the tester video for my Medusa pattern, because I'm a little bit behind on that, because I've been just chucking out so much content lately that it's all just like a bit of a bottleneck at the moment. But I want to do a video showcasing all my Medusa testers, because the people who have made the Medusa pattern are absolutely phenomenal, and like all their little Medusas were amazing. And on that note, actually Kaylee Crochet is another crochet colleague. I call everyone crochet colleagues, I think it's nice. Kaylee Crochet is another crochet colleague, and she bought my pattern recently, and she made a little Medusa, which I think is the funniest thing ever. So it's like Medusa, but instead of the snake hairs, she's put little like geese heads. It's just so stupid, and I love it. It's one of the best takes on any pattern that I've ever put out that someone has made of my patterns. It's just, I'm in love with it. So Kaylee, amazing work. I love it. I just wanted to showcase that here as well. But yes, I need to do my Medusa tester pattern appreciation video. I want to advertise my fruit patterns. I also want to do a video showing off all the different fruits and asking people to name them. And I also need to make 3 to 4 videos showcasing the Lava Run board game because it's part of the collaboration. So there's a lot to do. I also need to do some highlights of my, sorry, there's so much to do. I also need to do my highlights of my previous, the hookup episode with Yarntastic Charlie before I go on holiday so I can get them posted too and get people to go over and listen on into our latest episode. So there's a lot to do. I also, in that time, oh my God, in that time, I also need to crochet one more dinosaur for the Lava Run board game, and then we are good to go. So a lot of content, just a little bit more of crochet to do before I go, and hopefully I can fit it all in either tomorrow, this Friday, or this Sunday. I think I've got a bit of time, and I don't normally like working on the weekends, but this is a special occasion. And then we've got Monday, which is just to finalize everything, and then off we go. So fingers crossed we can all get it done. But let's go film some content. Yeah, cool. Hello, so welcome to the floor of my office. So up here is my desk behind me normally, and you might see in the background there's like this flower wall here. I decided that because it's like a little bit later in the afternoon, like the lighting is just not right for me to be filming any videos where I'm doing like any transitions at my desk and things like that, just because it just looks a little bit like granular or a little bit it's just not good lighting, and therefore I'm not happy with how like those videos will turn out. But what I can do is actually get good lighting with this backing wall here. So what I'm thinking is for my itty bitty veggies video that's like, hey, what do you guys want to call these little vegetables and things like that, I can actually get the good lighting here and get good photos of all these projects and things. So I think I'm gonna just not film most of my content tonight. I think I'll film it all tomorrow morning, and I'll just spend this afternoon just getting some photos done, little videos of me kind of like turning and showing off the project, and then I can use it all for editing tomorrow morning when there is better lighting. So you just gotta work with what you've got, you know? So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, and then I'll probably just end up like crocheting for the evening. I've got a friend's birthday that I actually need to head off to in like an hour, so I'll crochet a little bit this afternoon and then come back to it tomorrow morning. This is so glamorous. This is the glamorous life of a content creator. I literally sit on the floor here and I grab up my phone, and this is what I do. Look, I've got a video up, and let's grab my itty bitty turnip, and I'm just like this. When people ask me what I do with my day job, it's this. Just sitting on the floor of my room with a little flat, like a fake flower wall, filming things. Neat. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye. Hello friends, it is the next morning now, and as you can see I've been working on some content because the lighting is a little bit better. I was just out in the lounge filming a pattern tester appreciation video for the Medusa pattern. It's one of those videos where like the doll comes in from the top of the screen, I catch it, show it off, and then drop it, and it goes to the next creator, next creator, next creator, as it's just like a very simple way to show off everyone's creations who helped test the pattern for me. So we're just waiting on like a couple more videos for that. And then I'll get that posted online as well. But in the meantime, I need to do the videos that are showing off the itty bitty veggies as I started yesterday, as well as a few of the board game videos for the Lava Run crochet board game. So we're working on that this morning and just taking you guys along that little content creation journey. The best way that I like to start off a lot of these videos is either I start off with like the concept that I want the video to be, and then I add music afterwards. So for example, the video with the Medusas that I'm filming now, I've got all the footage together, and then I'm gonna add like some sound in the post edit just so it can like go along with what kind of emotion or what kind of vibe I'm trying to get out of the video. Whereas something where I'm trying to show off like a new pattern, so like the mermaid pattern or the itty bitty veggies pattern coming out on Tuesday, I want something that might work for a transition or something like that. So I need to pick the music first and then create the transition. So what I'll do is I'll literally go into the TikTok app and I'll go to create a video, and it comes up with like recommended sounds, and then I will just scroll through those sounds and kind of think of ideas like Could I make a funny quip about something? Or could I find like a nice transition in something and then use that sound, create the video, download the recording, and then repost it across all the other apps? So if I'm just gonna be scrolling through.
They don't have any arms. I guess I'm just too tough to cry.
Just today you were crying about snakes.
They don't have any arms. I guess I'm just too
Nah,
tough
not
to
funny.
cry.
Entering my slut era.
Probably not good for a cross-content thing. I used to be a lot more chaotic with a lot of my content, and I'd just be using like a lot of swear words and a lot of edgy kind of content just because I thought it was kind of funny and things. But now that I've kind of grown on like Facebook and even YouTube as well, my audiences have changed and I've got a lot more children following me, a lot more people who don't like cussing and things. So I kind of tone it down a little bit for them, but in reality, I'm a bit of a different person. So I'm just being conscientious, okay, of my audiences. But I'll try to find some kind of video here and then I'll film a little transition for the mermaid video and then maybe something else for the vegetables. I don't know. We're just gonna scroll through and find out.
I saw what I looked like in a car window, and now I don't want to go.
I think I'm in love with Sebastian.
It's me.
Just to pause in the middle of searching through all those sounds, I'm just gonna put it out there, the demure trend is already over. It's been and gone, and the reason why I use TikTok for a lot of like my sound finding things is because that's where trends tend to start. One thing I learned from my linguistics degree many moons ago is that like trends in language and traditionally trends overall come from wherever like younger women are. So you'll see a lot of trends actually arising on TikTok, I'd say, is because that's where a lot of younger generations are. And then I would go and get those trends and I'd bring them over to Instagram and other apps as well. But I'm just putting out there, the demure trend is dead. Stop doing that trend. I don't know if this video is going to be coming out like on time, but I'm dating it. So I'm going to date this. This is 6th of September. The demure trend is dead. Stop it. Move on to the next one. Anyway, back to finding music. Bam, bam, bam. I'm also going to put out there that if you were putting a Sabrina Carpenter on anything, I will come and throttle you. Sorry, am I in a mood this morning? Maybe I am. I don't know. I'm just over some sounds. Okay, let's go make this content. Hello, so we are a little bit more later in the day now. I've spent the morning creating so many videos. I released one this morning, which was like a help me name my itty bitty veggies video. I've got my Medusa video coming out soon. I just got the final footage of that. I just did my mermaid one. I did one about releasing my veggies pattern. I did one about these are all my upcoming patterns over this past month. And I think that's everything that I kind of needed to get done in regards to like talking about my patterns and my designs and all that jazz before I go. Last but not least, and then so I keep like looking around because I'm like, what else is there to do? I don't know what I'm trying to look at. It's just like my room is a mess right now. I'm trying to like look at things just like to remind me what I'm talking about, but literally I just need to be talking to you guys. Anyway, now I'm actually working on a bigger piece of content, which is 3 pieces of content for a collaboration with Club Crochet. So he's releasing Lava Run, the craftable board game, which is like a board game where you can crochet your own pieces, or they have like these little templates that you can color in the different pieces and things. Anyway, it's a fun little board game where you can create your own customizable character. And so I've created a few already. I've got the little Triceratops here. Ooh, if it's gonna focus. Woo! And I've also got this little Stegosaurus. And I also have my itty bitty ammonite, which is something I talked about in my last video. Doo-doo. But I need to make a 4th dinosaur, 3rd of his designs, but a 4th character overall, just because I want to have that as a part of the content that I'm creating. So I want to do one video which is introducing the game and all the concepts around the game and things. I'm gonna do one about this is me creating my other character who I didn't include in the first video. Third video, which is going to be talking about the itty bitty ammonite. And then I'll do a fourth video in collaboration with another creator who I'm going to be seeing while on vacation. Very, very exciting things coming up ahead. But at this point of the day, I'm going to be filming myself just crocheting all these pieces together just to get all that footage done. And then potentially this afternoon, if I have time, I do have to run away and get a haircut. I will be doing the rest of the video, which will be like the start of the video, because I kind of edited it all together. It all feels like a bit backwards. So I'm going to be like introducing myself crocheting this piece, but I've already filmed all the stuff like where I'm actually crocheting the piece, because that's movie magic, baby. I am editing everything backwards. So I'm gonna get this crochet piece done, and then I can edit everything, which is the other 3 videos introducing the pieces, talking about creating pieces, and talking about the board game overall. There's a lot to be done, and I am gonna do it all if I run out of daylight again, because it is, I don't know what is up with the weather right now here in Melbourne. But like the weather just keeps like just getting kind of a little bit too dark. Like right now, this is kind of nice, but like it's just been so cloudy the past few days. And so I only have like a limited window in which I can make nicely lit content, because I don't have all the lights and the whatnot. So I am literally working on natural light, which is also my favorite light to work with anyway, and trying to get all that content done. But it might mean that I have to do it either on Sunday or on Monday. But yeah. Anywho, for now, I'm going to race and try and get this little pterodactyl done before I have to run away and go get my haircut, because everything feels like such a rush right now. But we're still happy and we're still thriving, and we love that this is my job. We love that being a crochet artist is what brings me income and brings me happiness, and I can then provide this fun vibe for everyone here on the internet, because we're all having fun. We're having fun, aren't we? Okay, back to the crochet. Hello, we are back from getting a haircut. If you like the haircut, let me know in the comments. And if you don't say anything in the comments, I'm gonna be really, really upset. I see how many people view these videos. Why are you not commenting how pretty I am? Anyway, we have rushed back from the haircut. We have shown the haircut off to everyone on my socials, telling them all love me. And now we are just finishing up the dinosaur, which I just like quickly rushed. But this little cutie is now finished. Ew. This is my little pterodactyl, little Patti. It is a little cutie. I think I sewed its head on a little bit weirdly. It's fine, it's fine, it's cute. It's for me anyway, I can be the judge of that. But now I've got this little cutie here, so I can post about them in one of the videos that I will now have to make tomorrow, because the lights have gone. I've run out of time to film any cute natural lighting videos with the actual board game, because I was busy making a dinosaur and busy getting my haircut and busy filming everything else. So potentially tomorrow, I hope they have some time in the morning, potentially on Sunday. I'm going to get these done, but that means I can actually spend the night working on some gifts for some of my friends. So I messaged my friend online and I was like, hey, you know how you said you wanted like a little keepsake from me for visiting? What do you want? And he was like, I don't know, I like things like sushi. And I was like, I can make a little sushi roll. So I'm going to do exactly that. I think I'm going to make him a little sushi roll and call it a day. Because from what I can remember, there's a few cute patterns out there online. Honestly, if I actually just look them up, I think Crouton's Crochet had one. Crochet sushi? Oh, there's so many patterns out there. Was there one with Crouton's Crochet? I'm pretty sure there was. Crouton's Crochet. Oh, she has a sushi bee. It's like a buzzy bee that's also sushi. That's very cute, but that's not quite what I was going to make. If anyone wants to make a very cute sushi bee or a hamburger or any kind of food animals, you should all check out Naomi from Crouton's Crochet shop. I'm not making that. I'm going to go make an actual piece of sushi. And I'll find a pattern in the night, just off camera, relaxing, crocheting, having a cute time. Just actually have a little Friday night to myself. So I will see you guys back when it's a little bit brighter, and we can continue on this let's get everything done before I go on my trip vlog. So I will see you all shortly. Me. I am the biggest gaslighter and the biggest liar. I'm so sorry. I did not come back on Saturday. I mean, I did take Friday off, but I did not come back on Saturday to work on anything. And then it took me the entirety of Sunday to finally come back to here in the evening to come update you on everything that I've been up to. So that's one part of that. The other part is that I didn't even make a sushi roll in the end. I was like determined to make one, and I was like looking through all like these patterns and things, and I was just like, I'm not feeling it. Like, I just didn't want to make a sushi roll. I was like, I know he asked saying like, oh, I love sushi, but I was like, it doesn't really feel like it's like a gift from me. And like, it wouldn't really make sense. Like, it didn't feel right giving a gift where they are just like, oh, can you make me something for the sake of making me something? I was like, no, I want to make something because I want you to have that thing that like reminds us of our friendship. That's what I want to give in a gift. And so if I was just giving like a sushi roll gift, then it's kind of like I just kind of did them a favor as like a memento of me, but it's not really of me. You're picking up what I'm putting down? So that's where I'm at with that one. So I didn't make a sushi roll, but I did change up a lot of the gifts that I've been working on because I just decided to make a lot of changes over the past 2 days. So everything that I was talking about at the start of the vlog might be different, might not. Let me just run through them all and update you all on what I actually did make or didn't make. The first one that I want to talk about was, I'm going in order of when I'm actually seeing these friends. So the first one that I was talking about was the little Pikmin, which is that little Nintendo character, the little red one that I was talking about. That I did actually finish. I made this little cutie here. Ta-da! So it's got these cute little arms and this little nose added on and the proper leaf done. So this little cutie is going to be coming with me all the way to Austin, Texas to be delivered off to my friend, which is very exciting. But in addition to that, I decided to give him like a +1 gift. I was actually hanging out one of his Twitch streams recently, and his boyfriend was like one of the moderators on there, and they kept making these jokes about how much they love this gay little dancing Pokemon. And the Pokemon that they're talking about is this little cutie called Cherim. And while I was like sitting there on the stream and just kind of having my like relaxing morning of actually just working on some gifts and things, I was like, I bet that I could crochet one of these in about 2 hours tops. And so at the start of that stream, I was like, let's just do it. Let's just try and make one. And then when I get there, I'm not only giving him a gift of this Pikmin, but if he wants to share on a gift and have a little Cherim for himself and his boyfriend, then they can. So I made this little cutie here. The pink is like a slightly different. Obviously the shapes I couldn't like try figure out in that quick of a time, but like this is still pretty cute. And I think if you're a Pokemon fan, you would see it and be like, oh my god, that little cutie! So that's going to be going along with the Pikmin and being like a little gift to say thank you for showing me around Austin. So yay, bring them with me on the flight. Next up was seeing Michael and his boyfriend Levin. And originally I was like, hey, let's bring this little Christmas tree gift because they like Christmas or something like that. But in the same vein as not making that sushi roll, where it didn't really feel like it was a gift from me. It was kind of like I don't know, it just didn't feel right. I was like, I don't need to explain myself. I changed my mind, okay? People change their minds. So I decided to talk to them a little bit more. And I was like, was there anything you actually wanted me to bring from Australia? And they were like, oh, we really want to try some Vegemite, which is like, if you don't know what Vegemite is, it's kind of like a very strong flavored spread that people have on toast here in Australia. So you'd have like the tiniest bit of this Vegemite, or Marmite is another name of a very similar thing. And you have this like spread on butter on toast. And it's such like a strong flavor. And a lot of people are like, ew, why is it so gross? But it's because they put way too much on the toast. Anyway, I got them a small jar of that. So I'll bring that over to them. But they also said that, like, jokingly, they're like, oh, could you also bring over, like, a baby kangaroo? Ha, 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 ha. And so I was like, actually, I have a little baby kangaroo, which was left over from my recent market. So I've got this little Joey here. And I was like, of course I can bring this over as a gift. So I'm going to sneak this into my bag and sneak over this little cutie through the customs and things and bring that as a little gift alongside the Vegemite to them. And actually, yeah, surprise them with their own little baby kangaroo like they asked for. So I think that'll be cute. And then while I was doing that, I know I said before that I was like, Kelsey, I'm sorry, I can't think of like anything that I could make for you. And I was like, wait, I don't even need to make Kelsey anything. Like I could also get her a fun little treat from Australia. And another really popular thing that people bring over from Australia to people around the world is this chocolate biscuit called a Tim Tam. Actually, I'm just gonna grab it for you guys. I don't know, I'm trying to describe them and not actually have them here. So here is the veggie mic, yum, 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 yum. And then we have the Tim Tams. And these are a really, really, really yum chocolate biscuit here that they have in Australia. So I'm gonna bring that over for Kelsey and just surprise her as like another thank you for showing me around Dallas. So I'm giving all my tour guides lovely little gifts from Australia, and I'm leaving my little mementos all around the US to say thanks for having me, the USA. Thank you. So that was that for those gifts there. In regards to that last friend who I'm seeing in New York, when he was like, oh, can you bring me a little sushi roll? I was like, actually, no. I decided against the sushi roll, and I actually decided it'd be really cute to give him one of my little kiwis. He wasn't like heart set on the sushi roll. He just kind of threw that out as an idea. But I was going to give him one of my little kiwi birds or one of the kiwis from my market as well, because we had a really lovely time when he was being a tourist in New Zealand, and I was also back there visiting, and I took him around with all my friends, and we all went out for drinks and everything, and it was just a really, really fun memory. So I think it would be nice for him to have a little kiwi bird, because I don't think he has a little kiwi plush. I think he has a little koala in his apartment. So it would be nice to have the little New Zealand flair in there as well. So yay. His friend was also asking for something, and I was like, sure. I don't really, like, his friend's not going to watch this vlog, but I'll get them like a kitty cat or something. That one I can just give them something cute that I already have. So there we go. That's all the gifts that we needed to make or have prepared in this vlog. So I'm very happy that they're all done. I don't need to like figure out anything else. I don't need to think about it anymore. I can just get my bags packed and just ready to go. But while I was just finishing up things over this past weekend, including all like the content for all the dinosaur board game vlogs and all the preparation for content around my patterns and things releasing, I actually also finished that mermaid. So here we are. Here is this little beauty here. I decided to go for both the green sinker eyes with like the glittery backing there, as well as the dark green hair. I decided to go for a little gold bra as well. So like golden starfish to match the golden tail. I think in hindsight, like I think one, it's really, really pretty. I really, really love how it turned out. But I was just thinking that now that I've finished it, I was like, what if I change the bra to like two little daisy flowers? Like little gold insides with like a white on the outside. Wouldn't that look cute as well? Just something I'm thinking about. But anyway, I'm very happy with how she looks now. I'm not gonna spend any more time thinking about it because I do need to actually pack my bags. This is Sunday night and I have just Monday tomorrow to do all the finalizations on all the content and preparing those pattern releases and everything like that. So I need to not give myself more things to do. But yes, that was everything that I think I needed to talk about in this vlog. Let me just check my to-do list. Blah, blah, blah. Talk about gifts, fabulous. Talk about my beautiful mermaid. Yes, I actually wrote all these adjectives down here as well. And then just getting this episode edited and uploaded, and bada bing, bada boom, then we're done. Oh my God. So I think we'll end the vlog around here. I don't think I have anything else to add, and if I talked about something at the start of this vlog and I haven't talked about it now, well, life's not fair, is it? So I just want to say thank you all for hanging out with me in this little studio vlog, this little get ready with me for a trip overseas, getting ready to put a pause on the work kind of vlog. I don't really know how to describe it still. This studio vlog. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone over in my Patreon and everyone who has been joining my Patreon over the last few weeks. There has been such an influx of people coming over to support me and support everything that I do. And just, I think it might be because of the pattern deals lately, but I just want to say a huge thank you to you all just for hanging out and being present and just being there. It's still so overwhelming, and I still don't really know how to say thank you to you all. So thank you again and again and again and again. If people are interested in my Patreon right now, there is like a really, really good deal that will probably be only happening in the 24 hours that this video is out. When I release my Medusa pattern and my Griffin pattern, those will be available as Patreon benefits up until September 10th. So the like end of the day, September 10th. And then the mermaid pattern is actually releasing on September 10th as well. So technically, if you sign up on that day, you can actually get a free pattern for just signing up, but you'll also get the mermaid pattern for releasing that day. And then you'll also get the double pattern release from the month before. So that's actually 4 patterns just for signing up on September 10th. So just something to think about if people are keen on my Patreon and just going to check it out and wondering if they can support me and what that might look like on September 10th. And if you're watching this like a day late, then I'm sorry. I still appreciate you coming over and hanging out there. You can still go check out my Patreon and see how I love and support all my patrons over there, because I really, really do. Anyway, if I haven't convinced you enough to subscribe to this channel, or leave a like, or leave a comment or anything, then I don't know what else to tell you. You might just have to come back to the next vlog that I do and see if you like that content, and then try, like, comment, and subscribe. Aside from that, I think that's everything I want to say. Once again, a huge thank you for hanging out with me on this little studio vlog, and I will see you all when I'm back from the USA. And yeah, safe travels to future Zach, and safe comfort watching to everyone here on the internet. Okay, I'm done. I've got nothing else to say. I've got nothing else to give. Bye, everyone. Bye. This is the end of vlog dance because it's the end of the vlog. Bye.